ஸோ ஹாய் கைஸ், நான் வந்து versusgaming வீரா. நீங்கள் பார்த்துக்கொண்டு இப்போ versusgaming தமிழ் லிங்க் காலையில் எல்லாம் பார்க்க போகிறோம்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பார்க்க போகிறோம். ஸோ இந்த கேம் தான் ஒரு பெரிய இருக்குது வெம்பே. ஸோ அதை பற்றி ஒரு கதை தான் அது. ஓகேவா ரொம்பலே பயமுறுத்துறான் ஏன் அடே பயமுடுத்தாதீங்களா? இங்கே சாய் ப்ரோ, வணக்கம் ப்ரோ. ஸோ இந்த கேம் இப்போ சொல்லணும் பேர்லேயே இருக்குது. ஸோ வேம்பயர் பற்றின ஒரு கதை தான் அது. ஓகேவா போமா? என்னையா எனக்கு உள்ளே போக மாட்டேங்குது ப்ரோ. அடக்க அருமமே ஒரே செகண்ட். ரைட் ஆக்சுவலாக டாங்கில் வந்து லேப்டாப்பில் கனெக்ட் ஆயிருந்துச்சா, அதனால் இது ஜாய்ஸ்டிக்கை ஆன் பண்ணோம்னா லேப்டாப் ஓடிக்கிட்டு இருக்கு. ஐயோ சரி ஏன் வணக்கணே வாங்கினே வெல்கம் ப்ளஸ்மே. வீடு நல்லா இருக்குடா. டோனல் ட்ரஸ்ட் எப்போ அப்பா லாஸ்ட் சேவ் 23/12/2021. எத்தனை வருஷம்? கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு வருஷம்யா. அப்போ ஆடின கேமா இது? எப்படி நல்லா இருக்கீங்க, நீங்கள் எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? நியூ கேம் play Vampyr with close this is cut an important part of no நம்ம இன்றும் நார்மல் மோட். ஹார்டும் இல்லை ஈஸியும் இல்லை. ஓகே போமா? என்னாச்சு ப்ரோ சோகா இமோஜியை போட்டிருக்கீங்க? நல்லா இருக்கேன். சூப்பராக இருக்கேன். நீங்கள் சூப்பராக இருக்கீங்களா? சூப்பர் ரைட்டு.
Dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned called by this song.
பாட்டு பாடுறானா?
Down to oblivion for the once proud city of London. Tis inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. turning to priests for interpretation.
சத்தியமா புரியல. சாப்பிடாச்சா? மதம் சாப்பிடாதா? சாப்பிடு. நீ சாப்பிடாச்சா? சத்தியமா புரியல.
I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war.
Oh, technology இது பண்றாங்க.
Answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is war but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Right, yeah. Purna pathya. Umari ஞானி மாதிரி பேசிக்கிட்டு இருக்காப்ல.
Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars.
இதே நல்லா இருக்கும்னாங்க. ஸ்டார்டிங் ஒன்றும் புரிய மாட்டேங்குது. எனக்கு புரிய மாட்டேங்குது. உங்களுக்கு புரியுதா?
Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Idea, Boma. ஓகே சார், டெத்து வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எண்டு கிடையாது. அந்த மாதிரி பேசிட்டு இருக்காங்க. அவ்வளோ செத்து முன்னாடி வரணும் அப்படியா இல்லை? மக்கள் ஒரு பணம். ஓகே, அதுக்குள்ள மடி குதிடா. எப்போ எத்தனை பேருங்க? இங்கே ஒரு போனா கிடக்கு. ரத்தம் ஏன்னா எல்லாம் பிளாக் அண்ட் ஒயிட், ரத்தம் மட்டும் ரெட் கலர்ல இருக்கு. ஓகே, வேம்பையரை மாயிட்டான் போலங்க. இங்கே பாருங்க, bloodthirsty. ஏதோ ஒரு பொண்ணு, ஜோனத்தன் ஏதோ ஒரு பொண்ணை பார்த்துட்டியான். ரைட்டு, செத்துருச்சு. ஸ்பீக். யார் இது? அதெல்லாம் அவனுக்கு கரியதில்ல. அந்த ஹார்ட்டு தாங்க கட்டி பிடிக்கிற. தெரிஞ்சவளோ இப்போ தெரிஞ்ச. ஐ நியூ யுவர் லைஃப். ஐயோ சங்கட்டம்ங்க. தெரிஞ்சவனை கடிச்சு வச்சிருப்பானா? சூப்பர், முடிஞ்சு போச்சு சோழி. அடா பாவி, உன் லவ்வர் ஆடியா? அவன் ரத்தத்தை உறுத்திட்டான். அட கிறுக்கு பயலே. அவ்வளோ எப்போ நியூ இயர் அலைவ் அப்படிலாம் பேசி. ஓ பிரதர், சங்கட்டம்யா. இப்போதான் புரியுதாடா உனக்கு. இப்போ இவ்வளோ வேம்பே தானே மாறுவா? இந்த கடிச்சு வச்சுட்டு வந்தோடனே தங்கச்சியை போட்டு தள்ளிக்கிறா. மனுஷனா அணியில அப்படின்ட்டு. இல்லை மனுஷன் இல்லை அப்படின்ட்டு. ஒஸ்டியா சாவதுக்குள்ள மை ஸ்வீட் பிரதர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு செத்தாங்க. வாய்ப்பில்லை ராதா. நான் கொல்லலைங்க, தெரியாம எனக்கு தாகமாக இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்ட்டு. ஆஹா சுட்டுட்டான்.
These patrols are after me. No, no, don't shoot.
அட இருடா ஓடுது. வாய்ப்பில்லை ராஜா.
I need to get out of here. This can't be happening. No, please stop. I mean you no harm.
ஏய் நான் ஒன்றும் பண்ண மாட்டேன்டா, ரத்த குடிச்சிட்டேன்டா அப்படின்ட்டு. எனக்கு என்னடா தெரியும் ஜோக்கரு. தங்கச்சியை போட்டு தள்ளிட்டா அசிங்கமா இல்லை.
What have I done?
லூசு.
What's all this about? Shit, where'd it go? Now I can defend myself. Kill that thing! Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice.
அடப்பாவீனு. இல்லை திங்காடே நான் மனுஷன்டா. இல்லை கிட்டத்தட்ட வேம்பயர் தான். கொலை பண்ணிட்டு சாரி சொல்கிறான் பார்த்தீங்களா நம்மளால.
Please stop. Who are you? What do you want?
பண்றதெல்லாம் மட்டும் சாரி சொல்றாப்ல சார்.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech. Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about?
Hey!
Guts! I'll do the rest of the job.
Okay, சூரியலை பட்டா இதாயிரும். வேம்பயர்ல சன்லைட் பட்டா எரிஞ்சிருவான்.
The sun feels like it's burning me to the bone.
ஒரு நிமிஷம். ஓகே விபி ஆன்ல இருக்கு. அது ஆன்ல
I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go! I need to find shelter. It's locked. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here. The sun is high. I cannot leave now.
இங்கே போனாங்க போனாலாம் கிடக்கு. என்ன மூஞ்சி ஒரு மாதிரி இருக்கு? இப்போ மேலேயும் வேம்பயர் தாங்க வருவா அந்த வரம் இல்லையா?
This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Okay. அவனோட இது ஞாபகம் வருது பழசு என்ன நடந்துச்சுட்டு.
He's got no more responsibilities.
ஓ அவனோட பாக்கெட்டை சுட்டுட்டாங்களா?
Go watch.
கோல்டன் வாட்சுங்க.
We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers.
Undertaker.
Give me leave.
தூக்கி போட்டாங்க. சரி இதான் ஞாபகம் வந்து கடைசியா தூக்கி போனால் செத்து கிடக்குறாங்க. ஆனால் இவங்க எப்படி முதல்ல அந்த அடி வாங்கி செத்தான் மேபி ஃப்யூச்சரில் கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக தெரிய வரும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். பார்ப்போம். ரிவீல் பண்ணுவாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன் போக போக தான். கிளச்சி இங்கே வந்து செத்து வைக்கிறான். அதான் இன்னொருத்தவங்க இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இதுவும் நோடுதாடா. ஓ சூசைடுங்க. நல்லதாக வச்சுன்னு ஒரு கண்ணு கிடச்சிருக்கு. சூசைடு பண்ணுற வரைக்கும் அப்படி என்ன அவனுக்கு பிரச்சனை?
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now.
There's time. I can save him.
ஓகே டாக்டரா இவன்?
The enemy coming. The orders are to evacuate the hospital.
enemy coming. Done.
He'll live.
அப்ப நீ சத்துட்டியே.
Now what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
ஹீல் பண்ணுறது கில் பண்ண ரொம்ப ஈஸி. டாக்டர் போலங்க. டாக்டர் இல்லை பேரம் இது
No, it never got easy.
கில்லிங் ஒன்றும் அவ்வளோ ஈஸி இல்லையா? ఎంతో కొంత.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it.
நீ எவ்வளோ முக்கலாம் லைட் பேர் இல்லை தலைவரா?
So be it.
ஓ சூசை போனா இல்லை ஏன் ஜி போர்டு இருக்காதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இல்லை புரியல. அது இருங்க கொஞ்சம் வெயிட் பண்ணுவோம். ஏய் காது ஒய்ந்து இப்போ டைட்டில் போடுவாங்களா அவன் போய் அப்படின்ட்டு போட்டாங்கல்ல. ரைட்யா ரைட்யா நம்ம ஆளுக்கு டெத்து இல்லையா? ஏன் போய் சாக முடியாதா இந்த தெரியல எனக்கு. ரத்தம் வந்திருக்கானா? இந்த கீழே ஃபுல்லாக ரத்தம்.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the
ரியாலிட்டி மாதிரி இல்லை. இவனை பேச கேட்குது. இவனை கேட்குதான்னு. Who are you? ஓகே இங்கிலீஷ் ஃபுல்லாக இருக்காளா? இருச்சலாம் உண்மைடா. Okay, aggressive forward. Okay, nice.
That voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me. What I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
இவனோ கீழே இருக்காங்க.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now. Here's the leech. Here!
நல்லா இருக்கேடா.
My head's spinning.
I cannot enter. I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
Die, vermin!
A strength I never knew I had.
Look at it!
அதான் கண்ணே தெரில.
Every fiber of my being is a
இதெல்லாம் அநியாயம்ங்க.
Learning the limits of my body. Reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
அதே போல தான் இது தத்திமாடு. என்னது அது?
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. I have this thirst for blood.
அடப்பா அதுக்கு நாயகி.
It's locked. I cannot enter. The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it. It's locked. It's locked, all right. This is despicable. What will London have to say to me? I've so many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
அப்போ எத்தனை போனாங்க வேம்பயர் எனக்கு மேரி வேம்பயரை மாதிரிப்பான்னு நினைக்கிறேன். புசுக்குன்னு வந்து அதில் போட்டு சொல்ல மாட்டான் சும்மாலாம். அதுவும் ரொம்ப க்ளோஸ்லாம் அட்லீஸ்ட் அவளை பற்றி யாரும் தெரிஞ்சது விட்டு போட்டு சொல்லலாம். ஆமாம் என்ன நடக்குது?
The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it.
எல்லா பிளடும் வலிச்சு நினைக்கிறேன் ஏன்னா பட் பக்கத்தில் எங்கேயோ பிளட் இருக்கு.
Follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. There is no one in sight. Where has everyone gone? At last, a little life. Whoever he may be, the killer recently entered this bar. Maybe some of the locals saw him. Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Yes, absolutely.
Seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Okay. யாராச்சும் வந்தா பாத்தியா?
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle.
சால தண்ணியை போட்டு
This is
பார்க்க மாட்டானா?
important, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go.
இங்க தண்ணியை போட்டு நான் பார்த்தா தெரியுது. What's going on here?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happens.
Bogeyman இது பண்ண
You murdered someone. Blame the sewer dog. Hey.
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness.
Right, yeah.
We can all be monsters.
தெரியுது ஏன் சொல்றேன்.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Oh, God, sir. You look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Like a gentleman, I guess. Well dressed, quite polite. Professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And, sir,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
போய் அடிச்சிருக்க கூடாது.
He didn't deserve this.
This is no place for you. Freewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
They're looking for vampires. They're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require them.
I think someone's eavesdropping.
Right, yeah.
You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. Anyone.
இவனே மிமிக்ரி பண்ணிருக்காங்க, வேற லெவலுங்க.
Something I can do for you.
எல்லா பொண்ணு இருந்துச்சாங்க. இல்ல இவன் தான் மிமிக்ரி பண்ணிருக்கான். அந்த ரத்தம் என்னதுடா?
And who might you be?
Net quality 6000. Right, right.
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse, shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
Using the expert, how would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
What is
Then if you
vampire?
are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Vampire hunter.
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice. That of a woman.
அது நீதான் அவன் தான் நினைக்கிறேன்.
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Right, yeah.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
Feelings எனக்கு
What
அப்பதான்
exactly
இருக்கு.
is this brotherhood?
Sir,
Vampire.
if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
உன்
I
ரத்தம்
followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me.
நீ என்ன லுக் பண்றே தெரியாதுடா எனக்கு. ரெண்டு பேர் ஒரே லுக் பண்ணிட்டு.
Let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I demand answers.
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
And I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Pray we shall meet again. Only one இருக்குமோ we shall கீழ ஒரு பொண்ணு இருக்கா.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
I should just run as far away from this place as I can. Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
What is going on?
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
The murders? What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood.
Drained of blood, confirm.
Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. My God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Why are you so afraid?
His skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent.
Until
tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one here. They used to be good mates. But recently, well, Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
What I'm saw?
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
You again. What can I do for you?
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Who is he?
William. Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. Barely stand up most of the time.
Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city. The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. What's this? Some sort of note. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow.
Well, even though sonna even arpano.
This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself.
even தான் ஈவனா இருப்பாங்க வில்லா இருக்க வாய்ப்புகள் இருக்கு பாப்போம்.
There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Over there!
ரத்தம் அடக்க முடியாதா? இப்போ செலுத்து போனானுங்க.
It's on to us! Leech spotted! Watch out! It's on to us! Oh Christ!
I cannot enter.
இதே ப்ரோ ஹாய் ப்ரோ கேம்ஸ் ப்ரோ ஒரு இடத்துல ஃப்ரீயாக விட்டாங்க ஒரு 4 மணி ஃப்ரீயாக விட்டாங்க அதை போய்ட்டு அது ப்ரோ ஓகே ஐ வில் பி பேக் ரொம்ப 4 மணி ஃப்ரீயாக விட்டது ப்ரோ அது 1 யூன் மட்டும் இருக்கும் அப்போ க்ளைம் பண்ணது ஓகே ஓகே வந்திருக்கோம் ப்ரோ. ப்ரோ நோ ப்ரோ சூப்பர் ப்ரோ. நான் முடிச்சு பாருங்க. ஷேர் ஆஃப் டாம் ரைடரா ஃபஸ்ட்டு இது முடிச்சிட்டிங்களா ப்ரோ? ஏன் ப்ரோ டேரெக்டாக தேர்ட் பார்ட் போகிறீங்க? அப்படி போகுது ப்ரோ. ஸ்டோரி புரிஞ்சு ஓகே ப்ரோ. இது முடிச்சுட்டு போயிருக்காங்களா ப்ரோ? அந்த டாம் ரைடரும் ரைஸ் ஆஃப் டாம் ரைடரும் அது முடிச்சுட்டு போயிருந்தேன்னா கொஞ்சம் பெட்டராக இருக்கும். சரி ஓகே சிஸ்டம் ப்ரோ. ஆனால் அதெல்லாம் விளாண்டுட்டிங்களா இது முன்னாடியே? இது டாம் ரைடரும் ரைஸ் ஆஃப் டாம் ரைடரும் ஷேடோ நல்ல கேம் ப்ரோ. அது மூணாவது அந்த கேம் அந்த இது கொஞ்சம் நல்ல விஷயம் இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்ணி கொடுத்துருப்பாங்க. நல்ல கேமில் இருந்தாலும் கதைன்னு வந்துருக்கு. மேபி அவங்களுக்கு கதை தெரிஞ்சு மூணாவது கேம் கூட ஆடுங்க, பிரச்சனை இல்லை. முதல்ல கேமோட கதை தெரிஞ்சு மூணாவது கேம் கூட ஆடுங்க. டாம் ரைடர் ஒன்று இப்படி அதான் ப்ரோ. அது நான் ஏன் ப்ளே பண்ண சொன்னால் அது உங்களுக்கே தெரியும். மூணாவதுக்கு என்ன ட்ரையல்ஸே நீங்கள் பண்ணணும்னு ஆசைப்பட்டீங்கன்னா இப்படி பண்ணுங்கள். நான் என்ன பண்ணேன்னா நான் எல்லா டாம் ரைடரும் விளாடுவோம் அப்படின்னா முதல்ல வந்து பழைய டாம் ரைடர் ஃபுல்லாக முடிச்சிருப்பேன். பழைய 3 டாம் ரைடரும் முடிச்சிருப்பேன். அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் புது டாம் ரைடர் சைடுக்கே வந்திருப்பேன். பழசுலாம் அந்த இது PS3க்கு டைம்ங்களா அந்த டைம் சொல்கிறேன். அந்த முடிச்சுட்டு இப்போ டாம் ஆக்சுவலாக ரைஸ் ஆஃப் டாம் ரைடர் பண்ணலாம் தான் இருந்தேன். அதுக்கப்புறம் ஏதாச்சும் ஓகே இந்த கேம் வந்து ரொம்ப நாளாக தொடவே இல்லையே, நல்லா இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க. ஸோ அதனால் இருந்துட்டேன். ஸ்டீம்காரன் கன்செப்ட் ப்ரோ மேக்ஸிமம் ஃப்ரீ இதே கொடுக்க மாட்டான், கொடுக்கவே மாட்டான். நம்ம எப்படி தரேன் நல்ல பையன். நோ ப்ரோ அது ஆசை கொடுத்தா ப்ரோ வாங்கினேன்.
I have this thirst for blood.
ஓ எப்பிக்கில் இவ்வளோ ஃப்ரீயாக ஒரு க்ளைம் பண்ணிட்டேன். நல்ல இதுக்கு முன்னாடி என்கிட்ட இல்லாத கேமா விட்டா நல்லா இருக்கும்.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
அவ்வளோ ரத்தம் இருக்காங்கள. சீமர் வாசகண்டில் இதான் செம்ம ப்ரோசஸா.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before. Mother, I had a drink outside tonight already and it did not quench my thirst.
வில்லியம்ங்க.
William, please stop. Just a sip, I promise. Dearest friend, you're my last and dearest
This
friend.
creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
சாவுடா. ஐயோ அவன் லெவல் 5 லெவல் 3 தான் நானு. ஓ வாஷும் நல்லா தான் இருக்கு. இந்த கிளவெல்லாம் ஜாம்பி சி வாம்பயர்.
Stop. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
We knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred
Sir,
spirit.
listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
ரைட். யாப்பா அது அக்கா இவதான் பேக் பின்னாடி பேசிட்டு தான் நினைக்கிறேன்.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you...
இவதான் அந்த இதுல பேசிட்டு இருக்கோம். நீ vampire.
Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
நான் ஏற்கனவே ஹெல்ப் vampire தாங்க.
By George and the saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. This awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with a good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me. This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Oh, cutscene இல்லைங்க ஃப்ரீ மோடு.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What? Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool.
பார்த்துட்டேன்.
You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order.
Yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reid.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Famous
if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reid. Marvelous.
நம்மள ஓவரா புகழ்றாங்க. ஏற்கனவே
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt.
Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you will find a better post of employment.
Yes. Prabha, hi bro. Sorry bro.
To contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reid, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book. The beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane. For I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reid here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. Only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming. It's okay, Jonathan. I'll see you later. We'll have a word in my office later, Jonathan.
Dress நல்லா இருக்கியா?
It's my turn.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, dry it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
ஏய் என்னடா அவனை காப்பாற்ற போகிறது இல்லையாடா?
dance with him the dance of life and death.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Did I black out? Whoa, I feel giddy.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
அவன் நல்லவங்க நம்ம கெட்டவனை மட்டும் கொல்லுவோம் என்ன நான் சொல்றது காட்டுதா
I cannot enter.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reid. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
அது எனக்கே தெரியுமே
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Oh, ரொம்ப புகழ்றாளே
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
room எங்கம்மா தம்பி
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
மாடி சொல்லு
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
right yeah
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
அப்பே டோர்ட்டி இல்லையா Dorothy Crane.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reid has joined us. I can't think of any better news during the...
Do we know each other?
Ah.
Actually, yes. We met once before at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett's, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now.
Vampyr.
Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
And also a vampire.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's not exactly the best situation in London either. I can't have expected this hospital to be prepared for what was to come.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reid. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve.
Oh.
But I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see.
More than any bullet.
For a disease, especially for a nurse.
Sorry.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but... talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem? Is there anyone that...
Well, if he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to...
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance. Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reid, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reid, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
My body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of pustulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of mortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only cover to hide from my enemies. I can lead whatever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you.
I'm
not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
Oh, such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reid. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reid. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war. I've carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reid. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Yeppa.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Goodbye, Milton. Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reid. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How close are you to Miss Hallcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
And it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Eld?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Precisely why you're a patient here.
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reid, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks, and I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop to repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest, and then I can go back to the people who need me.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place, and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here, this Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reid. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
What is the general situation in the East End, Docs?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Oh, அப்ப கிரேவா கெட்டான் தான் போலங்க.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reid? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe the hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reid. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
ஓரா பேசுகிறாங்க அடிக்க ஒடிச்சு கொல்ல போகிறேன் அவனை.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reid, but your motive. Is it money,
Good
fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon, and it has always come at a price. And personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative, it is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reid.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. Thank you for your time. We'll talk later. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Goodbye, Milton. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Goodbye, Milton.
எதுக்கு வந்தேன் எதுக்கு போறேன் அப்படின்னு பார்த்து நம்மளை பார்த்து சிரிச்சுக்கிட்டு இருப்பேன்.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
I understand you must be very angry about this.
Rakesa.
Situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the
I
same
cannot
place.
enter.
I hope that might
Yeah, my God. No, I'm seeing son.
Good evening, Dr. Timmins.
Dr. Reid, any good news to share?
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets. Good evening, Dr. Tibbets.
Dr. Reid, any good news to share?
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
Right, yeah, ma. So, I'm going to go to stream. I'm going to go to the அதில் வந்து செத்து ஏதோ இப்போ வேம்பயரமாக இருக்கான். ஸோ இப்போ நம்ம யாரை கொலை பண்ணி ட்ரை பண்ணுறது தான் வந்து நம்ம ட்ரை பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கோம். அது கூட நிறைய விஷயம் ட்ரை பண்ணிட்டுருக்கோம். ஓகேவா? சரி பண்ணிட்டு பார்க்க அந்த பெல்ட் நாங்கள் சொல்லவே இல்லை.